Hey, it's Soul, giving you guys a word of Warcraft. It is December 23rd, 2016, and I'm behind on like everything. Thankfully the news is short, so let's go. Just the other day, popular YouTuber Asmongold posted a video about YouTubers. He went on for a few minutes about how certain content creators have been quitting WoW or stopping making videos about WoW. He discussed a little bit of the frustrations that he's facing, the challenges that he's facing as a creator, and he also went on with concerns about not just the game and the usual complaints that have been going on about like RNG and legendaries and the grindiness and those kinds of opinions, but just kind of like the news cycle of what's going on right now since the 7.15 patch is coming, but there's not like actual content that's coming from it. It's just a lot of changes and mechanical changes and things like that, and how the audience seems to be relying a little bit less on video guides and some of his usual stuff. So there were a lot of comments, of course, that were discussing this, talking about, oh well, people are leaving, content creators are stopping because the game sucks, and so on and so forth. WR, another big WoW YouTuber, he jumped in with a comment, and then it just kind of cascaded from there. There's just a lot of conversations that are going on about the subject. A small point of concern that I had, and I put into the comments, and I also sent a message to Asmongold about it, is that yes, there are in fact big YouTubers that are leaving the space for their own reasons. They don't like the game anymore. It's getting stagnant. It's they've already maximized their growth potential from that. At the same time, I'd also like to say that there are a lot of small YouTubers that are trying to kind of fill that void, fill that space. So it's a little disappointing, not on Asmongold's or Beliwar's or the big guys. It's not something that I'm disappointed on their part, but more on the YouTube WoW community as a whole. We don't seem to be bumping each other enough, aside from the really big guys that maybe I guess they talk to each other every now and then. A big reason, and Asmongold kind of hinted on this, is that we just don't have time to take a look at other YouTubers. We don't have the time to take a look at other channels and see what else is out there. Making videos, depending on the kind of format that you're working with, takes a lot of time. Like, I consider myself, I'm still very much an amateur, and it takes me anywhere between, I don't know, 6 to 11 hours to produce a certain something. So between that and playing the game and other life obligations, it becomes really hard to try to get exposed to some of these other channels. So people that are watching this, I need your help because there's something that I'd like to do. I'd love to see what else is out there in the world of WoW YouTubing. Of course, there are some big players that totally dominate the space, and they're probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon, unless they quit. But I'm asking you guys, if there are smaller channels that you guys have seen that you think are, oh hey, this guy or girl, they're really cool, they're producing some good stuff, or they have potential, or they get me, or they're just not getting that kind of exposure that I think they should. Please, oh please, bump yourself if you happen to be a smaller time WoW YouTuber, or if you happen to have seen ones that you think should get a bump, put them in a link below. Shortly into the new year, I'm going to try to bump some of these videos myself. I'm going to take a look at them and offer some thoughts. It's not going to be like a review or just me trash talking or anything like that, but I'm just going to take a look at it, give some initial thoughts, and just kind of see what happens out of that. I think that as kind of a self-critique, I kind of have my head in the sand. I'm trying to work hard and produce content and get things out there for you guys, but it leaves me underexposed to what else is out there. What other kinds of philosophies, what other kinds of thoughts are out there. So again, shoot me some links. If it's your channel, if it's a channel that you think should be looked at, I'm going to take a look at it and I'll try to feature it in future videos. Now back to WoW related stuff. It looks like the release candidate of the patch is coming out, and it looks like the background downloader is running. Woo! So this means that it is very unlikely that we're going to see new builds. And that's just the way things work. When it comes to PTR patch builds or patches in general, those occur when there are big mechanical changes or additions that need to be put in. Once all that stuff's done, it's considered a release candidate, which it is right now, but it doesn't quite mean that nothing else is going to change. Remember that 7.15 is mostly about like smaller changes to items, classes, mechanics, and things like that. Numbers specifically don't quite fall under that category. And that's why just recently there was a PTR hotfix that was put in, because yes, hotfixes go into PTRs as well, much as they go into the live game. These aren't small changes either. These are some big aura level bumps to a lot of classes, and of course some changes to legendaries, such as the nerf to the legendary tanking trinket, which everyone probably saw coming. I'm going to leave a link to each spec below, because just looking at the list on Wowhead or MMO Champion, it's going to give like a pretty flat percentage number. Hey, you know, it was bumped from 10 to 15%, for example. But if you click into the link, there you're going to see a lot more nuanced changes. I mean, you're going to see, you know, those kinds of, you know, big percentage changes, but you might see different auras that do different things. So look in the description below, take a look. In our last bit of news, the Elysium / Nostalrius team was able to get a private server back up and running for its many fans. And already we're seeing the kind of back and forth that's coming from players from, you know, the pro legacy and the anti-legacy camp. Players from the pro legacy camp are like, hey, neener, you know, we're playing the superior version of WoW. You guys, you retail people suck. Go ahead and enjoy your RNG legendary, you know, whatever. Players on the opposite side are like, well, you Nostalrius private server hacker pirates, that you all need to go to jail, and you know, Russia's gonna do something about it, and whatever. I guess I'm just fascinated that there are people that are playing on private servers, and they are happy there. They are legitimately happy there. They're playing the game. They're playing the game experience that they like. But while they are happy with what they're doing, there's a certain segment of players that are coming out and just throwing mud and other shit at other players. And I asked myself, you don't have to answer this, guys, but I asked myself, if you're happy, can't you just stay there and be happy? Like, it feels like you really shouldn't have the time to, you know, be happy playing the game, the game experience that you like, and trash talk. I know why. It's because they're on a flight point, or they're on a Zeppelin or a boat. I mean, you do a lot of that. I mean, I'm fond of the classic experience, but doing all that traveling just to get nothing of significance, well, that wasn't really my dig. That left me pretty empty inside more often than not. So anyway, that was the news, and Christmas is coming up, so happy holidays, or whatever it is that you guys want to celebrate. I was hoping to have some content ready in advance for next week so I can kind of take the week off, but yeah, that didn't happen, so oh well. On a final note, yes, we did in fact kill the demon puppy. But yeah, I'm out for the weekend. You guys have a great and a safe and a fulfilling holiday. I'll see you guys Monday. I'm Soul. Stay breezy, guys.